Hello, welcome to my channel, new and old subscribers. A special shout out to Christina from Hangry Hangers. Christina recently hit 1,000 subscribers, and well deserved. She did a video of 10 smaller channels that she likes watching, and she mentioned me, so that was very kind of her. I did pick up a few new subscribers, and then I lost some of them. I don't know where they could be, but I can lose anything, so. Anyway, if you didn't see the video, you should check it out, especially if you like to find new reseller content. I'm always looking for that because I watch so much of it. It's my favorite thing to watch. And also, if you're not subscribed to Christina, you should. I will put her link below. She does, oh my God, she has great hauls. I don't know what it is about sourcing in Texas, but I watch several Texas resellers and I am always so envious of their hauls. Yes. So anyway, this is a small haul because normally I would combine this with what I get over the weekend. And normally over the weekend, it's just like yard sales and estate sales. So the yard sales are probably petering off because we're already, at 100 degrees out. So ouch. But I'm not doing that this time because I have plans to go to the bins this weekend. Yay! And so that hopefully will be a very large haul and need its own time slot. I'm particularly excited to go to the bins for several reasons. I haven't gone in a while. My death pile is lower than I like it to be. I like to keep a good sized death pile. And then the World Series of Poker starts next week, and that's going to affect my work schedule. It's going to affect what hours I work. I'm also going to work more hours. So that's going to affect my sourcing. I don't know how. We'll see. Anyway, so I'm very excited about that. So expect another video in a few days that will hopefully be longer. When I'm done with, I only have 8 items, and when I'm done with sharing those items, I had talked about the Poshmark daily trends thing, today's trends thing on my last video, and I have more information on that, so I'm gonna share that as soon as we're done with this stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna start with shoes. This is 2 thrift stores. I got 5 items in one thrift store and 3 in the other. I always pay up in the first one, and I buy shoes that I think can bring me more money, and they tend to sit a lot, but I think the more expensive ones often do. So I bought these because I was so surprised by the brand. I was like, what? Okay, I have to try these. They are like a gladiator wedge, and they're a size 7. So I have to think that they're pretty close to new since that sticker is still pretty clean. And they are, do you have any idea what these are? I mean, maybe you do. I found other ones on Poshmark like this, but I didn't guess, but they're Doc Martens. I wish they weren't a size 7, but look at that bottom. They're like new. So I had to try them. I'm smelling the leather. Do you smell the leather? If you don't smell the leather, there's something wrong with you. This is a brand I have sold twice, and it is a good brand, and I was torn on these. Like I said, this I have to pay up at this particular store, so I have to be picky, and I leave behind a lot of things that I might otherwise pick up if there was, any kind of discount, but they never offer a discount. Ever. The price never goes down. I asked them what they do with the stuff if it doesn't sell, and apparently they just sell it, bring it to another store. But anyway, this is a brand I've sold. I recently sold a pair pretty quickly too. They're Joseph Seibel or Seibel. They're just like a chukka-boot. I really liked them, and they have the contrasting stitching. They're suede, and I believe they're a size 9, size 40, and they fit me. So worst case scenario. But I did take a quick gander on Poshmark. I did an image search and found these exact ones, and it looked promising. And then the third pair are Blondo. Blondo, waterproof. And they're just a suede bootie. I love booties, though I don't own booties of my own. And I don't sell booties very well. And yet I'm drawn to source booties. And these weren't too bad a price. And what size are these? These are also a size 9. I didn't try them on. I don't know if that might be a little high for me. I don't wear heels at all. But anyway, wanted to give them a try. The interesting thing about this shoe store, there was a pair of Pour La Victoire shoes, which I don't really know anything about, but I just was watching another video where they talked about that brand. And I think they're a decent brand. I found the exact shoe though on Poshmark, and even the asking price did not warrant paying what they were asking there. That was not a good price for flipping. I mean, I guess if you love them for yourself, it's not a bad price. But they always have the most interesting men's shoes. I've never bought them, and I think that I need to make a point of looking up some of the brands next time, because they're just really interesting men's shoes. It's so funny how one store will just seem to get a lot of, something that other stores don't. Like sort of rockabilly styles and brands I've never heard of. I'm always fascinated by the men's shoes, but I have never picked one up. Okay, I got 2 things of clothing there. Okay, this is a Disneyland jersey. It's a nice heavyweight jersey in a pretty color, lilac or mauve. It has the spell out on the back. And I mainly bought it because I have heard this is a Spirit jersey. And I have heard that Spirit jerseys do particularly well. I don't know why, and I don't even know what it means that it's a Spirit jersey. I don't think I've ever had a Spirit jersey. I might have had one. I'm not sure. But anyway, because of that, I decided to try it. Then this other thing, I actually posted a picture of this on Instagram, and just, to ask if anybody, like this, normally I don't need help, but this was just, it's more than I pay for something, for most things, and it's just so odd, but I like odd. But there was no way for me, like I did an image search, I tried to do a word search, and there is nothing like this. So it's kind of thing like, if somebody loves this, I'm the only game in town. And 2 people said, yeah, I would buy it, and agreed that it was maybe hideous. So it's apple bottoms. I've sold a pair of apple bottoms jeans once before, but look at this. Okay, it says apple bottoms there, and it's a romper. It's got tabs on the bottom, and then it says apple bottoms there in sequins. It has to be vintage. It's made in China, I believe, but it's still vintage because, for one thing, it's a size 11, 12, and they don't do sizing like this. It's not a juniors, because juniors is like 7, 9. It's odd sizes. This is how, I'm old. If you're not old, let me tell you. This is how they used to do sizing a lot. My mom owned a couple of ladies' wear stores in Canada. And even like those white round things that they put on the rack to separate the sizes would say 11/12. That was pretty much standard in sizes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, you get it. So that was standard. And I know they don't do that anymore. So this was just bizarre enough and, dare I say, hideous enough that I was like, yeah, I might have to get that. And so it was confirmed by 2 people that they thought I should get it. And I was like, okay, that's all I need. And sometimes you just need enablers, right? So I had 2 enablers on Instagram. If my enablers watch this, thank you. And then three items from the next store. This is a small store. I can't go too often. It's only been 3 weeks, but there's just not enough new stuff. Really, once a month is, I think, good enough. Plus, one of the ladies was just not very nice. I mean, I don't care if she wasn't happy with my behavior, but, customer service, just say something nice. Don't mutter under your breath. Ugh. Anyway. So this This is, I recognize this as being an anthro label. I just can't remember. What's it called? Postage stamp? Postage due? Stamp? Postal? Going postal? I don't know. And of course, the RN number is anthro. I've never sold this, but I just thought it was a cute t-shirt and the pickings were slim, so I bought it. It's a really pretty color, and it's a 3/4 sleeve, but it has this interesting detail here that I like that makes it a standout to me. And it is a size small. So if you know what this is called, I'm sure I could figure it out, but I haven't yet. And so it'd be easier if you just told me. What is that? What is that postage stamp thing? This is just a nice, soft, comfy robe. It is pink by Victoria's Secret. So I'm surprised that this was not on their more expensive rack, or that they didn't try to tell me the tag's missing and it should be more expensive. So it's just a pretty pink color. It's got the doggy that they have. And then the back is, I don't know, this reminds me of something you would wear at Caesar's Palace. Pink with the dog, but it's very, you know, I don't know if you know Caesar's Palace. I worked there. But they have this stuff. This stuff around like an insignia or something, a logo. Anyway, it reminds me of Caesar's Palace. And then I bought this because, okay, the brand is Anne Fontaine Paris, and it's made in France. And it's just a nice white shirt. I am going to wash it, or it's not stained. It just looks a little dowdy. Needs some freshening up. So I may just pop it in a sink with OxyClean and leave it soak for hours. I thought, well, this looks interesting. Look at the sleeves. The sleeves are interesting. It looked like a good quality, made in France. Of course, that's what I'm going to think. So, sort of pearly or abalone look buttons. I looked up the brand, and the prices that they're asking on anything with this label were very high. Of course, the sold comps were not as high as that, but they were still quite reasonable. Good enough for me to want to take it home and try it. It's a size 40, so, you know, again, the European sizing. I don't know. I know like 40 in shoes is about my size, but I don't know if 40 in shirts. But I would wear this if I couldn't sell it. I would wear it tucked out because it's a longer length and kind of goes out a little bit at the bottom. So that's all I got. All right. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the today's trends on Poshmark, check it out in my last video. It's at the end. If you don't want to watch the whole haul, you don't have to. Go to the end. So the good news is I had this bag. It's Kate Landry, and it's been in my closet for gotta be 6 months. It had 8 likes. I sent offers to likers. I sent the closet clear out message. I never even got a lowball offer on it. And then I looked at today's trends. I don't know, it was a few days ago, and it was tote bags. I had it in the right category, and then the keywords it wanted was maxi or oversized. So as you can see here, I just added that to the bottom. I didn't try to get fancy and work it into the description, which I do try to include keywords, you know, within the description as opposed to just a list of them. But for keywords that I'm adding because of today's trends, it's just quicker and easier for me to just put it at the bottom. And so I did that. I put both, and it sold full price 2 minutes later. Coincidence? Maybe. I don't know. So that's the good news. The bad news is what I found out recently. So I had added keywords to a hat, and then I went into the hat category and I searched for it using my title, and it came up. So I'm like, oh, good, it works. But then somebody in one of the Facebook groups said she couldn't find a couple of items that she had that fulfilled all the requirements. It was in the right place. It had the keywords. So she emailed Poshmark, and Poshmark responded that, like most things on Poshmark, not everything shows up there. It's random, or maybe there's an algorithm. So you could fulfill all the requirements and you still won't show up in the section marked today's trends. So the question is it worth your time? Well, it literally takes 2 seconds to add the keywords to the listings. A lot of the ones, in fact, that I've looked at, I didn't have to add anything because I already had that in there. So, you know, even if it means it may or may not show up, I think it's worth it. And the other thing is if it's keywords that you don't have, then those keywords are probably good keywords to put into your description anyway to help people find it, you know, from any other place, from a keyword search in Poshmark, from a keyword search in Google. So as long as it's an appropriate keyword, it's not a bad thing for you to add it. Please don't be one of those people who have like a long paragraph of keywords that have absolutely nothing to do with your item. I'm not much of a shopper, but if I was, I would not buy from you if you do that. If I get, you know, keywords for exposure, oh my God, that is so aggravating. I hate that. So anyway, that's all the news on what I may have learned this week. Just that quick update on today's trends. If you have any questions about that, if it wasn't clear, you can reach out to me. I always have my contact information down below. Thank you for stopping by. And I will, like I said, I am hoping that I'll be back very soon with a large, semi-fabulous haul. And if you're not a subscriber and you want to, please do. I'm not, but only if you really want to watch, if you're interested in the content and want to watch it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.